Admittedly, this is not one of my favorite movies. However, this is one of my favorite comedies. I rewatched this movie a couple of days ago and I just thought, how have I not talked about this one? So here we are. So In Bruges is a dark comedy crime film written and directed by Martin McDonagh in his directorial debut. And in Bruges, we follow two hitmen played by Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson who are sent to Bruges for a supposed vacation. However, after quite some time, Colin Farrell's character discovers that they are sent there because of a hitman job gone wrong. Alrighty guys, so let's get into In Bruges.
Excellent!
The first time I had seen or even heard anything about In Bruges was way after it came out. In Bruges was released back in 2008 and holy shit, 10 years it's been. Over 10 years. Holy crap. If I remember correctly, the first scene that I saw from this movie was, I believe it was about a year, maybe a year and a half after it came out. My dad bought the DVD from Blockbuster and oh my, Blockbuster, wow, bringing back memories over here. I was at my dad's place, he was watching it downstairs on the TV. I was coming out of my room, if I remember correctly, I think I was playing Gears of War or something. I walked down the stairs and this scene was on the TV.
Harry?
What?
It's an inanimate fucking object.
You're an inanimate fucking object!
And I just thought, what the fuck? I was laughing so hard. I asked my dad what he was watching. He said a movie called In Bruges. And I stupidly decided to not sit down and watch the rest of the movie because I think it was about the halfway point. Went back upstairs to play Gears of War and I just thought, that was hilarious. Cut to a couple of years later, 2012, Seven Psychopaths was being advertised. I saw a trailer, I don't remember where it was, but I remember in that trailer it said from the director of In Bruges. And I just thought, okay, I need to see this movie now. So I sat down and watched it, and guys, the first time I had seen this movie, I was howling with laughter throughout the entire thing, guys. In Bruges is one of the funniest fucking movies I have ever seen. When it comes to Martin McDonagh, I think his overall best movie is 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, to which is one of my favorite movies in general. And also, I feel like I should mention this as well. When it comes to the Oscars, I think that should have won over The Shape of Water. Just saying. When it comes to his most quotable movie, I think that In Bruges easily takes that cake without a doubt. By the way, no spoilers because if you haven't seen In Bruges, first of all, what in the hell are you doing? Stop what you're doing right now. Pause this video and watch the movie right now because I'm telling you all right now, if you're into black comedies, this will be one of the funniest watches you'll ever see. I have seen this movie countless times now, and every time I watch it, I still laugh hysterically throughout this movie. Getting right into the performances, starting off with Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell. These two are comedic dynamite in this movie. I fucking love them in this. With Brendan Gleeson, he's the character that's actually enjoying his time in Bruges. Roll credits. Brendan Gleeson's character is actually enjoying the sightseeing, visiting the architecture, exploring the history of the town, where in contrast to Colin Farrell, he is bored out of his goddamn mind to the point where he'll cause a ruckus, he'll be a pain in the ass, just to get out of what he's doing and hoping to get out of Bruges in general. And apparently from what I heard from an interview with Martin McDonagh was that when Martin McDonagh first went to Bruges, he enjoyed it so much at first, and after a while, he was bored out of his goddamn mind. And that's where these two characters came from, to which I think is genius. Especially for Colin Farrell's character, he could have been easily a pain in the ass to watch, and I could have been like, why should I care about this character? However, the way how Colin Farrell plays this character is just absolutely brilliant. And I absolutely love the dialogue that he shares with Brendan Gleeson. Their back and forth banter is some of the best I have seen in a comedy, period. One particular thing that I absolutely love about Colin Farrell's character is this. Even though Colin Farrell's character is acting like a complete dick, but the funniest dick possible, should I add. However, at the same time, he is still going through something very, very traumatizing, and as a result, we have a very interesting character in this movie. But speaking of the things that these two go through in this movie, don't worry, I'll get into the writing in a little bit. However, I will share one of my favorite scenes in this movie later in this video, but there are certain things that happen in this movie I'm grinning so much right now because the things that I'm thinking of are just flat out loud hilarious. Also, Ralph Fiennes in this movie, he is just brilliant in this movie. The best way that I can describe his character is like this. Have you ever had that one boss or even manager in your life that if you set him off in just the wrong way, he has a very fiery temperament? That's Ralph Fiennes in a nutshell. And that scene I showed earlier, that's just one particular thing that he does. There is one particular scene in this movie to which Brendan Gleeson, he is really acting his heart out. But then the payoff in this scene, God, I would show it to you guys, but I just can't. I can't because I want you guys to see this movie. My favorite thing about In Bruges actually is not the performances, even though I absolutely love them. My favorite aspect about this movie is the script and the directing. This is Martin McDonagh's directorial debut, and my God, does he knock it out of the damn park in this movie. Martin McDonagh's script in Bruges is not only sharp, it's not only hilarious, but it's also unpredictable from start to finish. Consistently throughout In Bruges, it is hilarious. There are some lines in this movie that I cannot believe are in this movie. However, the lines are so well done and so well delivered by the actors that even though they'll probably make you go like, oh, ho, ho, at the same time they'll probably go like, God, that's so bad. Even though this movie is full of such great black comedy, at the same time, Martin McDonagh is able to balance some amazing laugh out loud moments with some quite serious drama. One of my favorite aspects about the humor in this movie is this. When it comes to certain sequences, there will be a sequence that plays out and it has this very serious tone. But then out of nowhere, there will be a very, very subtle joke that comes out of nowhere and will have me laughing my ass off. To this day, every single joke in this movie hits hard. I do not want to spoil a single thing for you guys. However, I do want to show one scene, and this scene still gets me giggling so much. Let's roll that clip.
Well, you lot ain't going up there.
Pardon me? Why?
I mean, it's all windy stairs. I'm not being funny.
What exactly are you trying to say?
What exactly am I trying to say? Is there a bunch of fucking elephants?
Fight you.
Come on, leave it, fatty.
You know you're just the rudest man. The rudest man.
What's all that about? They're not going up there.
Hey, guys, I wouldn't go up there. It's really narrow.
Screw you, motherfucker!
Colin Farrell's character, like I mentioned before, is such a dick. However, how this scene plays out and how it pays off in the end, oh my God. There are some things that happen near sort of the beginning of this movie, and you'll notice that if you pay attention in this movie to the dialogue, there are a couple of sequences into which, if you pay attention, the payoff is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna say something about Martin McDonagh, and this might get me killed, but I truly stand by it. I have always described to my friends out there that Martin McDonagh is the Irish Quentin Tarantino. However, I think that Martin McDonagh is better than Tarantino. I really do think that Martin McDonagh is the best writer working today. And it's been like, what, 4 years since 3 Billboards? Martin, where's your next movie? Seriously. I really like the technical aspects of how this movie is shot. I really like how Martin McDonagh uses the cinematography to show off the fairy tale aspect of Bruges, showing the Gothic architecture, especially how the buildings are lit up at nighttime. I also really like the score of this movie. Now, I don't remember the composer's name. I'll put their name right here. The composer of this movie really does do a great job of making this very underlying theme that honestly is very subtle. I also love the pacing. I think this movie is about an hour and 40 minutes, like an hour and 40-ish. It doesn't even feel like an hour and 40 minutes. It speeds right by.
Well, that's just fucking great!
In terms of issues, I have no issues with this movie personally. When it comes to certain jokes of this movie, I can see maybe some people, who knows, I don't know you're out there, but I can maybe see some people maybe going like, really? Otherwise, I got nothing for this movie. So overall, to put it simply, I fucking love In Bruges. In Bruges is one of the funniest movies that I have ever seen. From the performances to the writing and directing from Ryan McDonough, who is able to easily balance dark comedy with really serious moments. I absolutely love this film. If you haven't seen it already, please watch it. So guys, all know, if you couldn't have guessed it already, this is easily a 5 out of 5 movie. I cannot gush about this movie enough. If anybody always asks me about a dark comedy to watch, I always recommend In Bruges, and just in general, I recommend Ryan McDonough's movies any day of the week. Alrighty guys, so comment down and let me know below, what is your favorite scene from In Bruges? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat and Stardust. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames are in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of In Bruges. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for the latest video of mine goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 videos, please click either right there or there. And of course, until my next video or review, I will see you all next time.